This is my audience. Good afternoon. Pleasure to be here with you all today. I'm going to be speaking with you about a place I hope to be visiting very soon, Alaska. Alaska was one of the last states to join our great United States of America and gained its statehood in 1958. It is our 49th state and is known as the last frontier and or land of the midnight sun. It was organized as a territory in 1912 and the state motto is North to the Future. The state flower is the forget-me-not and the state tree is the citrus spruce, which is abundant all year long there. The name Alaska is actually a mispronunciation of an Eskimo or Native Alaskan word, which roughly translates to great land which the sea breaks against. Its enormous landmass measures in at a whopping 570,000 square miles, which is equal to about 1/5 of the contiguous United States. This enormous expanse is home to a huge variety of flora and fauna. The animals there range from the small mountain goat all the way up to the largest meat-eating land mammal in the world, the brown bear. Alaska happens to be home to 98% of the United States brown bear population at an estimated 30,000 bears. Other types of bears include the much smaller black bear and the much larger polar bear, which is considered to be a marine mammal. Moose and caribou are some of the larger antlered mammals, while there are several smaller species, including the mountain goat and the dolly sheep. Alaska is home to an American icon that I feel is very beautiful, the bison. The last of the U.S. bison were transplanted from Montana to Alaska in 1928 in an effort to conserve this dying species. When many of us think of whales, we think of the beautiful orca. Certainly those of us who have visited SeaWorld in our childhoods have seen this majestic animal who is native to Alaskan waters and those surrounding islands. Although known as the killer whale, the orca is actually a dolphin with a pack hunting style similar to that of a wolf, another Alaskan native. Of course, Alaskan waters are home to an enormous variety of fish and home to a large number of spawning grounds that fish return to year after year to breed. Although there are hundreds of species of birds flying in Alaskan skies, I will only touch on one here today. But that one is our national symbol, the bald eagle. Alaska is habitat to a large portion of these beautiful birds of prey. Not only is it our national bird and our national animal, but it also appears on our nation's seal and much of our currency as well. Alaska has many ecosystems, but is dominated by tundra. Black spruce, cottonwood, paper birch, quaking aspen, white spruce, and of course the citrus spruce comprise the majority of tree life in Alaska. Plant and flower species number in the thousands, although the beautiful forget-me-not, the state flower, in its piercing blue, is only seen midsummer, from June to July. A muskwig is a moist, peat-like plant that covers large expanses, and looks like large green soggy blankets. Alaska's top 3 exports are seafood, mineral ores, and gas and oil in that order. Alaska exports a majority of its seafood to China, which in recent years overtook Japan as top importer. The seafood industry is very lucrative and ranges all the way from fishing and crabbing to processing and canning the final product in factories. All of which leads to the economy and helps sustain many Alaskan jobs. Mineral ores such as copper and zinc take the number 2 spot on Alaska's top export list. Climbing prices of these 2 mineral ores, which Alaska has in abundance, adds to the mineral ores continuing to hold the number 2 spot to this day. Surprisingly, precious metals and minerals such as gold and silver only account for about 1/10 of Alaska's zinc exports. Coming in at third in the top 3, the oil and gas industry is the backbone of Alaska's economy. Oil and gas taxes and royalties account for a majority of the state's revenue. More than 33% of Alaskan jobs are tied to the oil and gas industry. In 1976, a portion of the state's oil revenue was set aside and is now distributed annually to every eligible Alaskan resident on their income tax. The amount given is dependent on a person-to-person basis, but averages out to be $1,000 per person, roughly. Since 1959, Alaska has collected $157 billion from the oil industry. Many well-paying jobs are available to anyone willing to work hard, long hours in the extreme and grueling conditions. Oil rigs and fishing boats pay very good salaries but have a certain degree of danger to them. I've heard many stories of people losing their lives because of a simple mistake that could have been easily avoided. It's easy to forget that simple mistakes are amplified tenfold when you factor in long hours and extreme Alaskan conditions. Alaska's indigenous people are composed of different native cultures with a variety of languages. Most people in Alaska are there due to two large migrations thousands of years ago. Alaskan natives have developed amazing and ingenious ways of dealing with the relentless cold and harsh environment. One of the most known of these is the igloo, or snow hut. An igloo is a type of shelter built of bricks of compacted snow. When temperatures outside are unbearably cold, the temperature inside an igloo can range from 30 to 70 degrees warmer just by body heat alone. There are three types of igloos ranging from small for camping and temporary shelter to very large ones used for feasts and ceremonies. Igloos are built by using large blocks made of compacted snow and joining them together using softer, fluffier snow, which acts as an insulation cement for the structure. When an igloo is built correctly, a full-size adult can stand on the roof of the structure without a caving in. The warmth inside the igloo causes minor melting, which then refreezes, lending to the strength of the igloo. When you think of an Eskimo, you can't help but think of an igloo. Native Alaskans were well known for being very close to nature and in turn to not waste anything in nature. In honoring this tradition, Eskimos would go on whale hunts and use every part of the life-giving animal in hopes of honoring its sacrifice. Bones were used to make tools and reinforce shelters, while fat and blubber was used as oil for lanterns and even eaten. I hope that what I have shared here with you today will give you a newfound interest in the beautiful state known as Alaska. Perhaps you can even see yourself visiting there in the near future. Who knows, I might even see you there. Hopefully my speech has been both entertaining and informative. Thank you for letting me share this with you and for being a great audience. I will be accepting questions now from my audience. Any questions? Yeah. What's the question? Come on, man. There.